Welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Sonia.
And I'm Simon. We'll be covering several key stories, starting with the latest developments in global energy markets.
OPEC Plus members are expected to increase their oil production quotas for September. The group met online on Sunday and agreed to boost production by 188,000 barrels per day.
That's interesting. The reporting suggests that despite this increase, many OPEC Plus members are struggling with production capacity declines. What does that mean in practice?
Well, according to analysts like Giovanni Staunovo from UBS, the actual production capacity of many members is lower than their official targets, so increasing these targets becomes less meaningful.
I see. So the quota increase is more of a formal adjustment rather than a reflection of real production capabilities. How does this relate to the current global energy situation?
The Middle East war is continuing to disrupt global energy supplies, and the Strait of Hormuz is particularly affected. This has impacted Gulf countries' ability to export oil.
That's a critical point. The Strait of Hormuz is a major choke point for oil exports. Have there been any other significant disruptions mentioned in the reporting?
Yes, Russia's oil infrastructure has faced repeated drone attacks, further complicating the global supply picture.
So the OPEC Plus decision to raise production quotas is likely a response to these supply disruptions. But do the numbers suggest it's enough to make a significant difference?
The 188,000 barrels per day increase is a modest step. To put that in perspective, global oil demand is measured in millions of barrels per day, so this is a relatively small adjustment.
That helps clarify the scale. Moving on to our next story, let's discuss the recent turmoil in South Korea's stock market.
The Kospi Index experienced a significant rebound on Friday, but it still capped a 22% loss for the month, the steepest since the global financial crisis.
That's a dramatic move. How have retail investors reacted to this volatility?
Retail investors in South Korea, known for their risk tolerance, have been rattled by July's punishing reversal. Some have vowed never to invest again, according to the reporting.
Wow, that's a strong reaction. What specific factors are driving this frustration among retail investors?
The reporting suggests that the sudden and severe market downturn has exposed the limits of their tolerance for volatility. Investors like Kim Han-kyung from Seoul have been particularly affected.
So it's not just the loss itself, but the speed and magnitude of the downturn that's causing concern. Have there been any other notable reactions from the market or regulators?
Not specifically mentioned in the articles, but it's clear that the market's behavior has been a significant concern for retail investors.
Let's move on to a more positive story. Maruti Suzuki has reported a record monthly production.
Yes, Maruti Suzuki achieved its highest ever monthly production in July, manufacturing 248,845 units. This represents a 33% increase from the same month last year.
That's impressive. What factors have driven this record production?
Strong demand across segments has been the key driver. Despite the high production, dealer inventory remained low at just 16 days, well below the industry average.
So demand is outpacing supply. Are there any indications of how long this demand is expected to continue?
The reporting mentions pending bookings of around 1.6 lakh units, suggesting that demand remains robust.
That's a significant backlog. Let's switch to our final story regarding a regulatory decision in the Philippines.
The Energy Regulatory Commission has ordered Manila Electric Company, or Meralco, to refund P9.51 billion to its customers due to over-recovery of rates.
That's a substantial amount. How did this over-recovery happen?
According to the ERC, Meralco over-recovered rates from its customers, resulting in the need for a refund. The amount is higher than Meralco's initial proposal of P9.01 billion.
So the ERC is essentially correcting Meralco's rates to ensure fairness for consumers. Over what period will this refund be made?
The reporting indicates that the refund will be spread over 6 months, benefiting more than 8 million customers.
That's a significant relief for consumers. It's interesting to see how regulatory decisions like this can directly impact households.
Absolutely. It highlights the importance of regulatory oversight in protecting consumer interests.
Well, that's all for today's discussion. Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye, and see you later.